Welcome to the Dr. Erin Show. May you live your truth. Good morning from Los Angeles, California. This is Dr. Erin, Doctor of Divinity, teaching universal law and spiritual truth. Today's topic is live your truth. This is my favorite mantra, saying, hashtag, whatever you want to say. It's our motto around here. So live your truth, because it's very different to know the truth versus living the truth. So in today's world, we have a lot of confusion, a lot of overwhelm, a lot of things coming at us trying to get our energy, everything from social media to emails to just so many options. My gosh, we have so many great options, and we have a lot of dysfunction. The news, politics, hurricanes, you name it. It's like the whole world and universe is testing us to have us declare in mind what we are committed to in our lives. So I remember a time when I was very confused when I was younger. I would actually try and follow the trends. I would look to my peers and model them. This is a natural thing we do as human beings. We model people, right? Especially today on Instagram, you can't help but see all the incredible figures, all the people, all the filters, all the perfectly produced pictures out there, and we think we're supposed to be that. We think in business we're supposed to model other people and do what they say and follow their success, and that's good to an extent and has a very, very big downfall. So I just remember being that young woman. I remember being so confused, and I'd actually go to my friends for advice, and I would get even more disempowered. And what I realized through the process of awakening and what I do with my clients is it's actually a Greek meieutic process of birthing your truth. It is a Socrates method. It is the greatest work you will ever do is birthing your own truth. Because this is the deal. You are the only person in this universe that has the expression that you have. So yes, we need to align with universal law, and we need to have harmony and not harm others. However, having said that, we need to also find our own groove. And I think that that's the really cool thing about today. Right now in history, all bets are off. All concepts, all beliefs, everything that we could ever imagine has basically been tested. Yes, this is just kind of the classroom of life. We are tested all the time. Just like right now, I've got construction going on across the street. And, I go, you know what? It just is what it is. At some level, we have to move past being perfect, and we have to align with living our truth. We cannot look to the outside world for the validation anymore. And I believe that right now, we are going to a time, and it is prophesized in, everything from the Bible to Mayan calendar. We are prophesized that the energy is getting more intense. It's magnified. So all of life is here for a spectrum of us using our mind in consciousness. So we are going to have heaven and hell magnified. People think it's just going to get to some place of blissed out heaven or just hell. It's going to have both. We're in a relative experience here. We will always have heaven and hell right here, right now. We can use universal law and create heaven right now, or we can invert it and we can experience hell. So how do we live in our truth? How do we align with universal law and live our own personal truth? So that is my challenge, my invitation for you today, to begin to ask yourself, right? What works for somebody else in the area of love and relationship is different for you versus anybody else. In the realm of health and vitality, your body is unique. What works for your blood type and your specific schedule and your biorhythms and da-da-da. Guess what? There's not one other person on this entire planet that will thrive living the way that you need to live. There is no other place within the money and prosperity. You have a unique gift and message to give to the world and value to bring to the world in exchange for money, okay? So only you are that expression, that purpose, and the calling. So the point is, on today's 11-minute talk with you guys, because I love this 11 minutes with you, is to just take a breath and think about it. You have a unique truth. May you live your truth and set yourself free. Okay, so on that note, today we're going to talk about the universal law. Today is the law of non-attachment. And I think that this is the coolest practice for, all these laws are basically, there's one universal law, which is the law of cause and effect. However, there are many distinctions within that. And we go through 40 plus distinctions of universal law here. And I will be repeating them throughout the year because it is an ongoing conversation of aligning to that specific aspect of a law. So today is we align with the law of non-attachment. And this universal law is basically, it sets into motion the moment you attach a positive or negative meaning to something that occurs or does not occur, which is the belief that the physical realm is more powerful than the creative power within. You get to say what works for you and doesn't work for you. You get to put a negative or a positive meaning, or you get to go to neutrality and you get to have true freedom and say, you know what, I get to create something new. So in order to have anything in life, you have to free yourself mentally from the attachment to it. We say we're in this world, but not of this world. So nothing in the physical realm is permanent, and is only the mental equivalent of what's going on within consciousness. Okay, so becoming neutral and it's basically the key to directing the law. You've got to learn, you've got to master your mind enough to say, I'm going to stay neutral. And then I get to have free choice. You get to have free choice. And your will is God's will, because that's at the core of who you are. We are, in plural, all together, the sum total of God, okay? That is God, is the backing, that's within us. And so I know today, as you step into living your truth and practicing the law of non-attachment, you will truly be able to have freedom to live without thinking of the attachment of having people like you, the attachment of being okay in the identity of what your parents have told you, what the culture's told you, what the movies have told you, what the magazines have told you, what social media has told you. How are you going to begin to go, you know what? You're not going to care about that. On your deathbed, trust me, you're going to care about being true and living life fully. And yes, of course, this does not mean you don't hurt anyone, you don't cause dysfunction for anyone else, but you stay true to yourself. And it's like Ayn Rand would speak of that, right? It's actually a good thing to be selfish, to be egoic in a way is a beautiful thing when it is authentic, when it's not harming others, when you're beginning to live an authentic life. And when no one's looking, I always think about, like, if no one's looking, what would you be doing today? If money was no concern, what would you be doing today? These are the questions that free us up to live a powerfully authentic life, okay? And so today's daily spiritual practice, because every day you get the choice to wake up and practice, and you're a habitual being. So today's practice is practice staying neutral to what does or does not occur today. You are a powerful spiritual being. Notice your instantaneous creations. Just by you placing a meaning on something, you instantaneously create a positive or negative experience, or free will, freedom of choice, okay? And today's challenge, because every day we have a challenge, because it's fun. We're playing this game of life, right? So today's challenge is give away one material thing that you feel attachment to. And I know there's many cultures that they actually do this, that if you compliment something on something someone's wearing or something in their home or even a piece of jewelry, they actually, it's like their practice, it's their spiritual practice to give it to that person. Because we really, if we value people, we value love, we value connection more than some material things, I promise you, we will have a much better world. Our value systems shift when we realize we can't have all this. Guess what? Even the hurricanes are trying to teach us that. Mother Nature is trying to teach us right now that we don't have necessarily a city that we have attachment to. We don't have our homes. These things can get swept away in an instant. And these bodies are only ours. It's like a vehicle we're using in this lifetime. When we leave, we don't take this body. We don't take this identity. Your true identity is spirit. And so I know today is a day to step further into living your specific truth and knowing the truth, living it and knowing it all in one, so there's not a discord. We unify through a yoga of the mind, which is really truly becoming one, not having inner battles and living your specific truth. And so on that note, I just know the truth that today is a powerful, powerful day. May you have the best day ever, because guess what? Today's really the only day there ever is. In the spiritual realm, there's no such thing as the past or future. There is just now, and there is this use of consciousness in the demonstration of physical form so that we can see how we are demonstrating upon universal law. And so if you don't follow me already, I'm Dr. Erin across all social media. You can find me across the board. You can also find me at drerin.tv or erinfallhaskell.com. My free app is Dr. Erin or Erin Fall Haskell. There's 30 free meditations on there. You can also get all of these downloads every day. The Daily with Dr. Erin in a video form on YouTube, and also an audio podcast. You can do it however you want. And so knowing that, you can also join our amazing, incredible communities at 30dayprosperity.com and the Divine Mastermind, because I am committed to you thriving in the 4 areas of your life, in your love and relationships, in your health and vitality, in your money and career, and in your creative expression. These are called the 4 legs of life, and that's what we teach through New Thought principles, which is old thought principles, knowing that the relationship with spirit is within. It is not in a book, it is within. So knowing that, have a divine day, you guys, and I will see you tomorrow for 11 minutes. I love to be in your life, and I love you in my life. Have a wonderful day.